Hi, and welcome to the Tranquil Cottage Knits podcast. I'm your host, Michelle. You can find me on Instagram as Tranquil Cottage Knits, Ravelry as Tranquil Cottage, and you can find the blog at www.tranquilcottageknits.weebly.com. So, hey everybody, I hope everybody had a spectacular week. I am, as always, in my backyard, flanked by torches like the goddess that I am. I don't know what that's about. Yes, I do. The mosquitoes have been horrendous this year, and so have the flies. So I actually resorted to tiki torches because I couldn't think of anything else short of, like, literally having a chemical company come and treat our yard. But I really don't want to do that because right down the hill from us is the Shenandoah River. And I don't want any chemicals released here that can make its way down into the water or can pose a hazard to my pups. So I slap a lot of bugs away. And I got tiki torches and maybe citronella candles. We do our best, right? The weather out here is amazing. It's amazing. Hi, Callie. Are you coming to say hi? I'm in the backyard with my pupper duppers, as I always am. My girl Callie, who is my lab, and Tucker, who is my shepherd. They have been really enjoying the weather. It's funny, because all I asked the universe for my birthday was beautiful weather, and I've gotten it. So, if you guys are enjoying this weather, it's my doing. I just can't believe how incredibly lucky that we've gotten. The mountains are gorgeous, and just living in the Shenandoah Valley just makes me so happy. It's so beautiful out here, and we really love it. If I sound a little different today, that would be because Hubs got me a microphone that is supposed to be perfect for podcasting. So I am super excited to try it out, and I hope my sound quality is better. If it is, or if it's worse, just let me know. Leave me a comment down below, and hopefully, like I said, hopefully it's better, but we shall see. I have zero yarn acquisitions this week. That would be because I indulged so heavily for my birthday, and I have pulled all that yarn back out, looked at it all again, and am still giddy with delight at how pretty it all is. So I feel lucky to have snagged all of that. It just made me happy, and it's yarn, yo. Yarn just, I don't know. It's squishy, bright colored happiness that you can make clothes out of. So, as far as projects that I'm working on, I have not finished anything new this week, but I have cast something new on. I can't really divulge much about it because it is a super secret pattern. It's one of my own, and I can give you a little skosh of a sneak peek. Check out these colors. Isn't that beautiful? So, that's all I'm showing. The rest of it is until next week. And next week it should be released. So I'm very excited about that. And let's see. Oh, with the weather getting, well, I was going to say the weather getting cooler, but then it's been in the 80s all this week. I'm hoping to get my spinning wheel out a bit and maybe be able to hit the park or something and just spin for a while. There's something that is really soothing about knitting, spinning, fiber crafting in general, but something about spinning fiber, you have the coordination of your whole body kind of into the rhythm of making the yarn. And so your foot's going on the treadles, and your hands are going. You have your lead hand, which controls how much twist goes into your yarn, and then you have the drafting hand, like the hand that you're pulling back with. And all of those things coordinating at once is so rhythmic and soothing. So spinning really makes me happy, and I don't do enough of it. Of course, the dogs are just kind of everywhere, and once you get involved in spinning, you really want to sit there for an hour or two and do it. So I have to make sure that I have the time carved out to be able to really get into it and find my rhythm and keep going. And so it's not something I indulge in a lot, but it's something that I will be indulging in a little bit more as the winter comes on, hopefully. Oh, still a little sad about Rhinebeck being canceled. The other thing I am super... I literally cried last night. First world problems, right? But I literally cried last night because it is the end of an era for me. The Charlie Brown cartoons for Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, have been purchased by Apple and will only be shown on Apple TV. I get the times change and everything, but I feel like the Apple Corporation just stole a bunch of rites of passages from children. Oh, it makes me so mad. It makes me so angry. Of course, they can buy anything they want because, they have the money to do it, and yeehaw. But I can tell you, if I had the money to buy It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, it would be aired, and I would pay for all the kids to be able to watch it because it's just so wonderful. I am such a fan of Snoopy, and I don't know, it makes me sad that so many kids, unless they have Apple TV, are not going to get to see it this year. And what about all the little ones now growing up who have never seen it? And they're going to miss out on that. And Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, where they make popcorn because they're trying to have a good Thanksgiving dinner for all of their friends. So many good lessons learned in Charlie Brown about being kind and being a good friend, and it makes me mad. I cried last night when I found that out, and my husband just kind of patted me on the head because he thought I was being rather silly. But it is really upsetting, and I'm so mad. I have always said I would never ever own an Apple product because way back in the beginning, what they did with the music ownership and stuff just made me so angry. I said I would never, ever, ever, ever give my money to them. Well, whatever, And to this day, I still haven't. But the fact that they've done this now is just kind of like the icing on the cake. The angry, bitter, holidayless, soul-sucking cake. Damn you, Apple. But that frustration notwithstanding, I don't even know what's going on with the weather and how gorgeous it's been being in the 80s. I have literally spent the last 4 days, pretty much every day this week, I have spent outside as much as humanly possible. Because winter's going to be here soon, and if the stripes on the woolly bears have anything to say, it's probably going to be a rough winter. If all the woolly bears lied, it's a conspiracy, y'all. I feel really weird not having so much fibery goodness to share. I can tell you, on Knitter's Magic, her Facebook group where she does the showcases every Thursday, I may have picked up a couple of new yarns. This week she showcased local dyers, Lady Farnico Creations, and I believe it is Valley Fiber. And Lady Farnico Creations is in Front Royal, and I believe Valley Fiber is Winchester. And such beautiful yarns on both sides, and I scored a little bit of each. But I haven't picked it up yet, so I don't have it to show off. And I haven't really got plans for what it's going to be yet, but I don't know. I'm excited to get my hands on it and squish it and see what it's all about. I can tell you that there is the yarn that I showed you, this Glory, which is Rags Fiber in the Falling Forward colorway. It has yarn that matches it. I showed this off last podcast, but I've cast on since then. Can you see that? Such a really pretty red. It's a red, and it's got like these slightly oranger tints in it, and slightly pinker tints, and then it's got like the really, let's see if I can find a bit, like here, the really, really true red. It's so pretty, and it goes so well with the Fall Forward. This is Little Red Monster. You know what it kind of reminds me of? One of my favorite cartoons growing up was Bugs Bunny. Loved Bugs Bunny. He was my hero growing up because of his sheer audacity. He would say anything to anybody and not care what anybody thought. If he thought somebody was being mean, he would kind of show them all about themselves. And I just always loved Bugs Bunny, just for that quality. But there's this one where there's a monster that looks like a giant red tooth. It's like kind of tooth shaped. And they're in a castle, and he gets the monster, and the monster was just like red and hairy all over. And Bugs Bunny gets him down into a chair and pretends like he's doing his hair. And he starts brushing it, and he says, "Well, if an interesting monster can't have an interesting hairdo, I don't know what the world is coming to," as he rolls up the monster's hair in dynamite. And he says, "Okay, stay right here while I finish your permanent." And like, then he walks away to go get something, and the dynamite blows up, and then the monster is bald on top. I always love that. But this red, very, very odd little, I can't think of the word. My vocabulary has left me. It's not segue, but you know what I mean. Off on a... I can hear you guys yelling it at me. I just can't figure out what you're saying. Tangent! What an odd little tangent to go off on. But that monster is what this color reminds me of. And it's just a bonus that it is named Little Red Monster. So, and again, this is Rags, R-A-G-G-Z, Fiber Arts, out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I believe. And the yarn is just, it's beautiful. And she tends to do, I notice when Laura, who owns Knitter's Magic, gets Rags Fiber in the shop, often there is a variegated colorway, or like 2 variegated colorways or something like that. And then there is a coordinating semi-solid that matches it. So if you want to do patterns that have 2 different colors, and you want something that is not matchy-matchy, but isn't too contrasty either, it is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful choice. And this is her Versa, which is a DK weight, and it is super squish. Just, it feels lovely. Like you see, I keep touching my face with it. It is absolutely lovely and happy yarn. And I am proud to be knitting with it, and hopefully I'm going to finish this little shawl up and get the pattern ready to go. Yay! So exciting. I missed designing. I missed the creativity and the wanting to create so many things just to make other people happy. I really missed that. And so I'm glad I'm back in the game again. So, the dogs are asleep. Gosh, a nap sounds good, doesn't it? No rest for the wicked. Oh, my raccoon friend visited again. We have a raccoon who likes to come and check out our picnic table at night and stand up on it, and he leaves his little raccoon fingerprints all over the place, and it is super cute. I am so tempted to like bake him a little cake or put food out for him, but it's not good for him, and so I won't do it. But it does really warm my heart when I come out and see his little paw prints all over the place. It's really adorable. Other than that, I think that's about all that's going on here at the Tranquil Cottage. The leaf peepers are in town. Skyline Drive is bustling. Life is beautiful. If anybody wants to do Skyline Drive and wants to know like the good places to go eat and hang out and things like that, just shoot me an email, tranquilcottageknits@gmail.com, or hit me up down below, and I will give you a little direction and advice, because if you can make it out to Skyline Drive, you absolutely should. It is so gorgeous. We have a little trip planned this weekend to Sky Meadows. So we are going to be picnicking out there. And, oh, if you choose to do something like that, I have to say, there is a restaurant in town. We actually have two. One I have not had the opportunity to try yet, but one is Blue Wing Frog. And it's owned by Kelly and Robert, and they are wonderful, delightful people. But they consider themselves a picnic market. So you can actually go in there and order to-go food. My favorite is their Nibbly Bits platter. It's a little assortment of fresh and dried fruits, olives, whatever veggies they've pickled from the garden, fresh bread, meats, cheeses, and they box it all up and you just take it out and indulge. Picnic blanket not included. However, for picnic blankets, White Picket Fence does have foldable picnic blankets that are like plasticky or vinyl-y, like on one side, so it like waterproof. It doesn't like you. If you sit down in the ground slightly damp, you won't get damp, and the top side is just really nice. So, there's two places to stop in town. White Picket Fence, Blue Wing Frog. If you're here for breakfast, Down Home Comfort Bakery. Her cinnamon rolls, man. That is like the epitome of breakfast bakery is Maureen's cinnamon rolls at Down Home Comfort. And then of course we have some really other amazing spots, and I love my town, so I could probably chit-chat about them all afternoon, but I won't. I'll wait until you ask. But again, there's just a couple of spots. If you do come through this way, if you intend to visit Skyline Drive, stop at Knitter's Magic, 212 South Loudon Street in Winchester. Stop at Blue Wing Frog, which is on Chester Street and Front Royal, and get yourself a picnic basket. And if you head out early enough, Down Home Comfort for their cinnamon rolls, and right up the street from them is White Picket Fence. None of these are paid advertisements. They're just places that I love. And I know how to have a good time. So, if you get the chance, indulge. Call Kelly. Tell her you need a nibbly bits. She's like, ah! Oh, now see? Now it's making me think of more things. We have a crafters circle here. The Front Royal Area Artists and Crafters Network. And Teresa, who runs it, also runs Downtown Market, and Downtown Market has her studio in there, and it has tons of booths of all kinds of crafters. You can get handmade soaps, you can get, let's see, what have I seen? Dog, like, t-shirts and stuff, crafted hot sauces that come in these cute little jars that look like grenades, which is kind of perfect for hot sauce. You can get all kinds of amazing fresh treats, gemstones, jewelry, tons of classes, and just all kinds of really fun stuff happens at Downtown Market. So, is there more I could share with you? I will, but I'll save it for next time. I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing week. I hope that you are knitting something that speaks to your heart the way what I'm knitting speaks to mine.